Kawal is somebody I've been following since about a couple of years. He is doing something which is very different than the rest of the Twitter. He runs a restaurant business. The business is called Kadak Singh the Dhaba. You are not a small brand anymore, right? I think you have more than 60 outlets or so.
We are a marketing and brand company. So we own the brand. We have our own few outlets. Rest all our franchise outlets. Everything is done by our central team.
One of my friends basically told me that franchising is basically what sort of a rich person does so that their kid can sit on the counter. I just want to know from the horse's mouth, is it true or false?
Let me say it clearly, it is partially true.
If I, let's say, own a piece of land, is it better for me to run like a franchisee there, or is it better to just give it to a corporate company, just rent?
So basically renting will give you lesser returns, any prime location. Nothing more than F&B can make you money. I'll say this is a good business, but understand the economics well.
All right, welcome back to the new episode of Kachori Capitalist. Today we have Kawaljeet Singh from Delhi.
From Delhi, yes.
From Delhi, yes. So Anmol is also from Delhi. Kawaljeet is also from Delhi, but they,
more guests from Delhi on the pod.
yeah. I
I
think
live in
this is
Delhi.
first.
Listening.
This is the first Delhi guest we've had.
Well, physically in Delhi, yes, but Ishan from Creo is also technically from Delhi.
But he lives in Bangalore. So anyway, so we always have this fight between Delhi and Bangalore startups. So Kawal is somebody I've been following since about a couple of years or maybe a year on Twitter, and he is doing something which is very different than the rest of the Twitter. he runs he runs a restaurant business, right? And so the business is called Kadak Singh the Dhaba. I went to it in Jaipur once. I loved it. I also saw it. It was there on one of those highway stops that have been popping up. So,
Yeah,
have you
yeah,
seen that,
yeah.
Anmol?
I've not seen it because I haven't been on a road trip in a while, but I've seen Kawal's tweets about his different franchises all over.
Yeah. So when I went to US, I saw that this is a very common thing there. I think, and before I saw that stop, I haven't seen it anywhere in India. So is it like a new
But
thing?
you haven't seen highway stops with restaurants in India.
Itna bada, that scale, like, I mean, I don't know, maybe there are 20 restaurants or there something like that, right,
Yeah,
Kamal?
actually, so now the NHI is putting up the food outlets for lease, and there is a subcontractor who
Ah,
leases and then subleases to the restaurants.
got
So
it.
it's a new model coming up on basically on expressways and highways. Abhi aapne, I think you should have not seen much because earlier it was all about standalone restaurants on highways.
Dhaba used to be there, like a proper dhaba.
Yes, yes.
But now the food scene has evolved in India, mostly like in metro cities and all.
Ah,
So NHAI and other individual operators also they have started making out proper food outlets along with parking stations, petrol, and EV charging, fashion. Even you have stores of Nike, Adidas across
yes.
highways in India now.
No, I think like when I've gone to like Uttarakhand or up to Himachal, Delhi, say, then like kind of 100 200 kilometers out of the city, you kind of have these outlets where you'll have multiple places and a McDonald's, and I remember seeing an Adidas at one of them.
So
So,
what they do is basically
uh,
they get anchor brands like he mentioned McDonald's, KFC, Domino's. Anchor brands come first, then middle brands like maybe Haldiram's or other famous outlets, and then brands like us who are now coming up on the scene. So we're now getting the place also along with them.
Nice. But you're not a small brand anymore, right? I think you have more than 60 outlets also, right?
75.
Yeah. Right now, yes, as we are talking, we are 75. We are
Oh,
expected to touch 100 by maybe April or May this year.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's like a fairly sizable size of brand because I don't know कितने chains होंगे India में with like 100 plus outlets.
Till last year we were at like 40 45 outlets, but like as the brand explodes the growth curve is like almost straight.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
what happened with us, because actually this is a very unorganized food scene right now. So there are always local brands who have dominated the market, but there is no as such branded dhaba. There are brands like Moti Mahal, say Pind Baluchi. They are
Yes,
old brands.
yes,
They have not
yes.
kept up with the pace of Instagram or say Instagram worthy cafes, dhabas,
Yeah.
and the serving portions are also outdated. So brands like us and some few brands are now trying to dominate this scene. And now, earlier we used to have small restaurants and
Yep.
delivery outlets only. But recently we opened one in Ayodhya. That's a proper highway dhaba. And you are mentioning the Jaipur Delhi Expressway, Mumbai Delhi Expressway. So now we are also getting the experience and exposure. So we are expanding right now. Yes.
So what's the business model here? Do you like, so I know that you franchise it out, but like, do you run them, or is it like they run it, or how does it work?
So let me explain in a very simple format. So basically, we are a marketing and brand company. So we own the brand, we do marketing, we have our own few outlets, company owned outlets. Rest all are franchise outlets. So what we help is basically the franchisee who is taking the brand from us, they have to invest. Then we do all the staffing, all the interiors, we all guide them, the how to tie up with Swiggy Zomato, how to get business from there, how to manage Instagram page, how to run the operations, how to say scale up. Everything is done by our central teams. So we are basically what tech people say asset light business model.
So
So
is this kind of like then mostly like franchisee owned, franchisee operated,
yes, perfect.
basically?
Yes.
Okay.
So it is all franchisee owned, franchisee operated. And that's why we are always eager to onboard franchisees who also want to work and give time in their business. Actually, the issue is these are all unorganized and not very hardcore SOP driven. For example, if you see a burger chain, you
Yeah.
know that's a patty, that's a bun. You have to just make it a factory outlet. You just have to run the factory operations of a burger or a pizza outlet. But in India, you have to make fresh food. So it is technically very difficult for any company owned outlet to expand. Maybe you can do 20, 30, 50 outlets, but at a company level, doing
Yeah.
100, 200, 500 outlets, it's very difficult. And also, the geography, if you see the taste of Jaipur is completely different from that of Delhi.
Yeah.
You need to incorporate items which are specific to Jaipur or say Bombay or Pune. In Patna also, we did mutton items like we have a proper special mutton menu there. Biryani menu is properly there, separate from what we have in say Kanpur or in Lucknow. So we have to incorporate all the local dishes along with our brand.
So how do you make sure that, like, there's some consistency? Because like I think in any kind of a franchise business, like that's a very important thing, right? Like I want McDonald's of North India to be same as or similar as McDonald's of Bangalore, right? Like I want to have the aloo tikki there. I want to have, let's say, whatever, paneer maharaja, whatever. I don't even know the names now, but yeah.
Your point is completely valid. So, but the issue is we honestly say that we are not 100% same at all the outlets. We are like almost 70 to 80% same because 20 to 30% is a human effort involved in making a dish. Even achieving 70 to 80% in an Indian format, Indian food format is difficult. So we have cracked that with our own team of corporate chefs. So we have right now 20 corporate chefs working on our payrolls. Plus the franchise outlet which is running, they have their own team which operates and manages the outlet. So constant training, constant SOPs, and we have 80% of the menu is standardized across the outlets. If from Delhi to Patna to Kanpur, 20% is the local flavors. And we hire local chefs for that location and we hire corporate chef for that location also who know the local taste and local items and how to serve them.
What does the org chart look like here then? Like you have corporate chefs, but the franchises have their own staff. Like how does it
So
work?
let me explain. So basically, if you've taken, for example, you have an outlet, you have, for example, say 10 staff running that outlet. That is on the franchise payrolls. Basically, all the sales is coming in franchise pocket, and all the expenses are beared by the franchise. That is a simple shop model. How do they manage that? How do they maintain consistencies? Now we come in here. So we have our corporate team which is on our own payrolls, our HR team, our hiring team, our accounts team, our Swiggy Zomato team, our corporate team of chefs. All we have, we send our chefs to their outlets. We give online trainings also. For example, this you are running a Khadaksina Dhaba franchise. Now two of your chefs left the job right now. How do you manage that? So we have our own backup chefs also who can just go and make your outlet running for say 2 5 days till a permanent solution or permanent chef is hired. So you don't have to worry about how to run the outlet. You just have to give your time, do the operations, serve the customers, do the packing. That's it.
This is the problem ना जहाँ लड़का भाग गया है, like that that thing happens, right? Like where they're like this is a holiday and they just don't come back or something like that.
Yeah. So I guess also in आपके corporate chef ecosystem or like kind of org में, is there also like a central kitchen where you create like base recipes that you send to the franchisees, or it's kind of everything is just made completely from scratch and you just have recipes that these folks are taught and followed?
So we have a central kitchen, but we don't manufacture stuff.
Okay,
We have a kitchen for training and hiring purpose only.
got it. Okay.
Because physically, right now we don't have a hub and spoke model. So basically, hub and spoke is basically central. You have a kitchen and then you are circularly supplying to the outlets. Because we are in different parts of this country, not able
Yeah.
to do that. Because if,
Okay.
for example, you say Jaipur, if we
Yeah.
open one central kitchen, we have to have 5 to 7 outlets
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
supply from that. Until
Yeah.
unless we will not be able to break even from that central kitchen. So all the stuff is made in the kitchen only, fresh. But we have our recipes. For example, we have the brand of masalas you want to use, the brand of say paneer, butter. That is standardized.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, so like I guess when you're procuring like these brands and your ingredients, like are you using Zomato Hyperpure, or like how do you, is there kind of a way to make sure that every outlet is ordering the same thing?
So yes, Hyperpure comes in the picture, but Hyperpure is basically in the metro cities only right now, in some tier two cities also. Apart from that, we have regular chef visits who go on mystery checking also in the kitchens, and they keep on checking the food quality. And we have, so right now it is very easy to check the food quality also because you have online Swiggy Zomato ratings. 60% of the business is online, so we have our team which checks every week what is the outlet rating. We make a chart and we rank the top ones. So for example, someone is 4.2, 4.3. So we know 80 to 90% orders are going perfectly fine. And now it is not able possible to rig the Swiggy Zomato rating system also. It is very tough. The algorithm has changed a lot. So in 2000, maybe 18, 19, 20, it was very easy. You could put in influencers and do the ratings and stuff, but now it is all organic, all 99% organic.
We had some questions about franchising as well as a business and whatnot, but I think Pele, let's start with as somebody who is going to buy a franchisee or as somebody who's called franchisee here, right? Like the person who franchises from a company, let's say, right? So first question that I talked to a few people for research of this episode, and I was like, what questions do you have? So one interesting question that came up was one of my friends basically told me that the rumor has it that franchising is basically what sort of a rich person does, so that their kid can sit on the counter, galle pe
What
baith
do you
sake.
mean? What do you mean? You think the cover tweets about this at least like once a week? Like
So
it's
I just want to know from the horse's mouth, is it true or false?
So it is, let me say it clearly, it is partially true. Approximately 30 to 50% of our customers mean the franchisees who took brand from us, they are boys aged 24, 25, 27.
What really?
Yeah, that's it. So basically, the father helps.
yeah,
Oh,
The
okay.
family money
they
helps
put up the capital.
put up the capital, and he has graduated or post graduated. He wants to enter the F&B business, but he don't have any experience, and now he wants to get married also. So you need a proper business and know how, but you cannot gather in like 6 to 10 months. So we come in, we give our brand also, we give all the know-how, and we help set up all the things and help run that also. And 50 to 60% people are experienced people who have been in the business or who want to like proper make an F&B business for them. So some own multiple brands also, some own their own brands, plus they have taken a franchise because franchises also helps you in getting the sales, which you cannot do in your own brand. But the thing is, ki, my experience has been the younger generation is the most hardworking right now. A person who is aged 40 cannot put in 12 hours per day for your business. That is for sure because he has his family, he has his kids, his finances are sorted. The person who is free right now, like 20, early 20s, late 20s, they are ready to pump in capital, ready to give their time. Even if they want to do the business just to get married, but when you enter into the business, you need to run it. You need to make money. And when one money starts flowing in, then it is all good. So it is true, but it helps in setting up the business also.
Yeah. And I guess like when you guys are looking like for these customers, are is it a lot of inbound for folks who come in? Is it folks who come in with land, or how does the entire process work from like let's say the 76th outlet or the 80th outlet? How would that look like for you guys?
So, very good question. So we struggled to find these people for the past 5 years. Like we started franchising in 2019. So getting the initial 10 franchises was one of the hardest things. We took 2 years to do that because nobody will come in, nobody knows you, nobody trusts you because I am 34 right now. So 6 years back, 28, I was. So I'm the oldest person in my company. My partners are younger than me. सो यू इमेजिन 6 years बैक भाई कि लड़का सा है क्या करेगा पैसे लेके तो नहीं भाग जाएगा सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स कम इन एंड पीपल लाइक वी आर इन अ लो ट्रस्ट इकोनॉमी दैट्स acceptable to everyone so people need to know your credentials so I used to present myself as like I graduated from MDI I have a good family I'm not doing this for money trust me I did all that so 2 years we took for first time outlets but the major growth curve came when we hit like 25, 30 outlets. Then brand trust started coming in. Then word of mouth started flowing that they can make you money, they have good outlets, good sales. And see, if you're a customer, I think when you order, na, you think yeah, this restaurant is a good business. कि इतने सारे orders आ रहे हैं. So you are intuitionally interested in this business also as a customer also. So people started visiting our outlets some told to other people like we started in Noida basically the franchising business so Noida my friend came from Meerut क्या तुझे खड़क सिंह का खिलाता हूँ so he found Khadak Singh interesting then he discussed with his dad that I want to open in Meerut so that's how word of mouth started flowing in but we have proper ads also meta ads also so we keep on pushing also via ads to get the customers and but now 50 to 80% of our inquiries are inbound but that was not the case 4 5 years back.
Do people like buy and sell these businesses, or do they just like get it from you and then that is it? Like they keep operating it, or I bought a franchise from you now. It's probably as part of a business, right? Like
Yeah,
it'll be an LLP or a private limited or something like that. And
yeah.
then do you think like Anmol will take over it someday? Can take over it someday, or is it like okay, it's you've given this to Shobhit rather than the company?
Basically, if you are taking a franchise, you can do a sole proprietorship also, company also, a partnership also. That is a legal format which you can do to acquire the franchise from us. It is very easy. Now, if you want to run it like 2 years, 3 years, very good. If you want to sell it, there is also an option for that. But majorly, F&B businesses, what with my experience, people do not trust much on sale purchase deals. Only experienced people who have been in this industry know how to value that brand or that outlet because valuation is a very tricky business so once you put in for example 20 lakhs now the if the sales are not coming in your maybe investment is not even worth 5 lakhs but for someone with a creative mind or he knows that this location is good and for a new brand I need to put in 15 to 20 lakhs he may buy in 10 lakhs also so there is no hard and fast valuation technique for this business so better is go for a fresh model even if you want to go with us or for any other brand or if you want to set up your own go with a fresh brand you know you will start from scratch you know how to do sales and all everything the brand also helps in doing that and there is no stigma also attached so for example if say I'm a loss making franchise I need to convince the purchaser that this much sales is coming you need to give me this much cash how will this be profitable अब आपने 6 महीने करा आपसे प्रॉफिट नहीं बना तो हाउ विल द परचेजर बी एबल टू डू दैट तो वो इश्यूज आ जाते हैं
Ah.
so better to go with a fresh franchise, fresh location, fresh interiors, fresh branding because also this is a show of business
Yeah.
basically for the
Yeah.
customers also. If my board light is not opening, premises are not clean, you'll not be going for the food experience there. So you need fresh concepts every day to get in the customers.
But have you seen folks kind of run one franchise and then उनको लगा अच्छा धंधा चल रहा है and they're like हमें तीन और खोलने हैं हमें एक और खोलना है has that kind of started to happen or is do you think India is kind of far away from
So
that
like,
yet?
yes, right now we have 8 to 10 of our franchises who are multiple outlet owners. So some own two, some own three, but this takes at least 1 year. They open an outlet, do business for 1 year, see all the pros and cons, and also capital is also an issue. I'm opening an outlet. If it costs me 1 lakh, just to hypothetically, then we have to run it also. So physically also it is a very taxing business. But if you understand this business well and you know how to manage everything, it is very easy. You can. I have people who own 10 to 15 outlets easily of different brands. They know how to run this. So at after a certain state, it is easy. But if you say if you want to give in 10 to 12 hours per day, you will not be able to open another outlet because you cannot split your time.
Do people put managers in, or are they the ones who are running it always?
No, no, it depends. It depends. Managers are like 50 to 70% of our outlets have managers, and 30 to 40% people run on their own. So basically, manager costs, for example, 25 to 30,000 per month on an average. A good manager, a normal cashier boy will cost you 20,000 approx. So if a person has a mind that I only want to have this business, one business, and I will save all the costs, it is good for him. If there is a vision that I need to open 10, 15, 20 outlets, then you have to put in managers.
If I, let's say, own a piece of land, or let's say maybe a small part of a building or something like that, will it give me better returns to run a franchisee there versus, let's say, running a real estate? And not just yours specifically, I mean saying in general, like on an average, is it better for me to run like a franchisee there with, let's say, food and beverage or something like something else, or is it better to just give it to a corporate company, just rent?
So basically, renting will give you lesser returns, obviously, but it is stress free. If you want to double your returns, you need to open a business. F&B is one of the highest return giving business. If you have a good piece of land, good commercial shop, any prime location, no, nothing more than F&B can make you money on that location. You take example of any market in Delhi or whichever city you live in, at Bangalore, wherever.
Let's talk Delhi.
70 to
Anmol
80.
Anmol हम समझ जाएगा फिर.
Yeah, so you take GK, Khan Market,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
East Delhi,
Like
take
your
any.
footfall is so incredible in like the high end or the like these markets in Delhi that have been around for decades and decades.
Yes, yes, yes. Even if the brands keep on changing, the next brand only will open up the food brand only because that is the only thing which can make you money, which can pull the footfalls. You take example of any mall. So say DLF is one of the best malls in Delhi right now. They have their proper brand positioning of which they want to retail, which type of brands they want, where the food should be there, where the shopping should be there, category of brands. So like A category, Tiger and Hoka and everything on the ground floor. So you need F&B to pull the customers, and if you want to have stress-free income, you need renting. That is your call. Where you see yourself, like which stage you are, which age you are, where do you want to take risk?
But I guess now with Zomato and Swiggy, do you even need a prime parcel of land, or is the cloud kitchen kind of model good enough to make decent returns on your kind of investment? Or is
So
it still a very mixed bag with the
I was waiting
aggregators?
for this question. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for putting this up. So when the Swiggy Zomato wave started coming in say 2016 to 20, they had less powers. Restaurant owners had more powers, but now the game is totally flipped. So it is not advisable at all to open a cloud kitchen. You think you are saving on the real estate cost, but you are falling in the trap of Swiggy and Zomato. See, understand, real estate is a fixed cost. For example, I take a shop for let's say 1 lakh per month rent. I can do 20 lakh sale, 40 lakh sale, 50 lakh sale, or say 2 lakh sales per month. But Swiggy Zomato is a commission based and ad based model. You need to give percentages. As your sales keep on increasing, your percentages is the same. So you need to give more money, and now the negotiation power of a single brand or say 2 3 outlet brand is so low, they will not even entertain you. That is the hard truth of this industry right now. For example, earlier the commission model was 12 to 15% max, including ads. You had total cost of say 20% of your total sales. Now the total cost have shot up to, for a new brand, 40% of your sales. So all the margin is gone. So even if you see our journey, so we started as a cloud kitchen model brand. In 2018, we opened our first outlet. It was a cloud kitchen. We used to do some retail sales, but that was mostly word of mouth and phone call based sales. It was not a prime location. First franchise that was also a cloud, but after COVID hit, we started realizing that now every sale is coming on Swiggy Zomato, and the pressure tactics, the sale tactics they are employing is not going to sustain this model anymore. So we started pivoting into the 21 and 22 to a retail model. So now Retail model is basically you get customers from the shop also, and you have orders from Swiggy, Zomato also. That is a mix of both of them. Even that model, I felt that still the power is with Swiggy, Zomato, so we started pivoting to the proper dining model and highway dhaba model. Highway dhaba model is purely free of Swiggy, Zomato. It is based on your location and sales and brand name only. So now the split of say online sales, Swiggy, Zomato sales and retail sales for a company is 50-50, which used to be 90-10 in 2020.
And I guess the other question building upon that is now that when you started, you were only maybe a couple of outlets, and the power with the aggregators was far superior. Now that आपके 70-75 outlets hai, does that help also with reducing the amount of margin that you have to give, and is appealing to new franchise owners or your customers to kind of open a Khadak Singh Dhaba as opposed to kind of their own place?
Definitely, definitely, it helps a lot. So now the sales figures we are clocking on Swiggy, Zomato, both of them, it is substantial at a city level also and at a country level also. So, for example, a brand senior to us, maybe Haldiram's or say McDonald's, they have more negotiation powers. They get better deals. They get better real estate in terms of app real estate. The prime visibility in apps offers everything they get. Commission is also lesser for them, for us, compared to a new brand which is signing up right now. So basically, it is all give and take. Initially, if you sign on these online platforms, you're just taking from them, taking the visibility. So why will they give it to you? They need more money for that. But once you're established, now you are giving them customers. So people now search for Khada Singh Dhaba or any major brand. For example, say Domino's. People, they don't run much ads. They don't have much business online. People search for them on their apps. So they go to Domino's that boss, please come on our app. Take any commission you want. Take a rider model you want. We will customize the app for you. But they will not do that for anyone else.
I remember last time I ordered from Domino's, I couldn't track it on Swiggy or
Yeah,
Zomato.
because
Yes.
Domino's does their own tracking,
They,
and
Yeah.
they don't
yeah,
show
yeah.
delivery
And
exactly.
they've always done this for the longest times, because I in the US I used to work for this company called Postmates, which was basically the Swiggy Zomato for the US, and we had these two large brand customers, Chipotle and Domino's, where they did not use any of our tech at all, and we had to route and integrate into their systems because they brought so much volume onto the platforms, and because there were such marquee customers of ours to bring customers to us. So we had to kind of give them much lower commission,
Yes.
free real estate, free offers, and everything you were saying that,
Everything. This is
yeah,
all same. If
yeah,
you take example of any country, any city, any mediator. First, they will try to grab your business. They will give you any commission you want. Take a car business, Spinny, Car 24s. So my family friends have car business, car dealerships and all. So people used to come outside their car dealerships, sit for hours, just boss sign up with us. Now the game is gone. Once you sign up and all your business shifts to online platforms, now you are sitting outside their doors. That boss, please lower the commission, please lower the ads and all. For example, in the food business, convenience matters a lot because there is not a high amount purchase. People are spending 300, 400, 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees on order on an average. So people want speed, people want convenience, people want tracking. That is not possible with a normal restaurant, because even if you call me, I'll say order is coming in 30 minutes. It may take 50, it may take 1 hour. You cannot
लड़का लड़का निकल गया है.
you cannot make me responsible for that.
yeah, yeah,
ये बोलेंगे next time सर डिस्काउंट ले लेना, ये
yeah.
कर दे बस.
तो इसका डोमिनोज ने यूएस में हैक निकाला था कि दे हैव दिस पिज्जा ट्रैकर थिंगी, बट वो इट डजंट शो यू द एक्चुअल स्टेटस. वो बस हर 5 मिनट अगले स्टेप पे निकाल देता है. सो इट्स लाइक, ओ योर पिज्जा इज बीइंग प्रेप्ड नाउ, इट्स बीइंग बेक्ड नाउ, अब लड़का निकल गया है, बट इट हैज नो लाइक बेसिस इन रियलिटी
वो
अगर
नहीं है,
वो
हाँ.
हुआ है कि नहीं.
तो वो यहाँ पे convenience is much better. So people have shifted now, and initially they acquired customers by giving huge discounts. They used to take all the cash burn on their own, and restaurants को sale मिल रहा था. Everyone was happy. They were expanding. They wanted to list for IPO and all. Now they are a listed company. Now they need to show profits. तो उसके लिए now even if you are a very big brand, you cannot go to say half commission. For example, earlier I used to hear stories about brand that यार ये तो 10% पे sign up हो गया, ये तो 8% पे sign up हो गया, commission basically. Now you don't hear these stories because even if you're a very big brand, they will let you go. Okay. मतलब if you say for example California Burrito is a very good brand doing great numbers. बैंगलोर में तो हिट है, दिल्ली, बॉम्बे नहीं है, आई थिंक दिल्ली भी काफी अच्छा चल रहा है. इवन दे आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन देम. एवरी ब्रांड has experienced this. मतलब इवन मैं तो चलो काफी, you are saying that I'm a good large brand, but I still consider myself as a small brand right now compared to the other league brands. I have seen their example. Initially, it was a boom that we should open cloud kitchens. You can capture these many territories, but there is no point in getting sales when you cannot make money. You cannot keep on pumping the money to get sales. So everybody is doing smart work. You cannot be 0% reliant on Swiggy Zomato because you need sales from them. So it is a healthy target to target 40 to 60% of sales online and rest retail. Then the rents will work out, then your commissions will work out, then your margins will also work out. Once you fall in the category of 80 to 90% online sales, then you need huge amount of sales to make money. For example, if I can make money at 10 lakhs rupees of sales per month, I cannot make the same money in a cloud kitchen model and on the same sales. So I need 18 to 20 lakhs of sales. So which is technically not possible at every location. There are some brands who are doing good on cloud kitchen model in local cities or local areas, but once you expand, you cannot get the market. So I
Hmm.
cannot take example of that these brands because you need to be present in major cities to show your model. So now as we are expanding, or say other brands who are doing good, they have set up their stores in almost every pin code, every location. So we need to take their example, how they are able to make money or not.
And speaking of expansion, how do you guys think about, like, you guys started from Delhi and then, Noida and Meerut and UP and Rajasthan. How do you guys think about, like, citywide expansion and then region-wide and then nationwide? Like, how is that kind of played out for you guys, and what's kind of next?
Honestly, when we started franchising, we didn't think at all. We just hope that please franchise comes in, takes our franchise and opens an outlet. Then we'll figure out how to do sales and everything. But now, as we have matured as a brand, now we mark out the territories. So we have some data from online companies also, some consulting companies also, that the pin code wise sales, which areas are doing good. For example, if we have outlet in say Meerut downtown, so which more areas of Meerut we can target. So for example, say Delhi, if we have outlet in say Defense Colony, so we understand that Malvi Nagar is also a very good area. Kalkaji is a good area, so we have put up outlets there, and we give territory protection also to the franchise. So 4 kilometers you cannot open another Khadak Singh Dhaba outlet. So that protects their sales and plus gives us rooms to do proper marketing for that area also. वो जो क्लाउड किचन वाला पार्ट था ना, एक चीज आई वांट टू से दैट इफ यू आर अ ब्रांड who understands that I just want to test the market, then cloud kitchen is a good model because you can do like one third of investment compared to regular outlet and check the sales that I'm able to get a product market fit or not in that area. Once a basic sales comes in, you can put up a store, then you will explode like anything. That is a good thing which a lot of brands, ice cream brands are doing this. Some mithai brands are also doing this. So that is a good area, but you need to have a proper plan how to do that. Just not random cloud kitchens popping up everywhere. You need to have a plan that I need to open an outlet there. There is the real estate there, but I just want to test the market. So testing is like one third or one fifth of the cost of a regular outlet.
In the online world, we have this thing called Ahrefs or SEMrush. We can find how many people are searching for a specific thing. So based on that, we can say, "Acha, these many people are searching for it. The competition is low, so there's a possible business to be made here." What do you do for a similar thing in the real world? Like, how do I know कि यार this location that I'm standing is actually a good place for me to sort of start a franchisee or even a restaurant for that matter, like anything, right? कुछ भी business चालू करना है. How do I know this is a good place for me to start or not?
देखो, there are two options. One is physically you go and visit the markets. So the basic, as you said, people are searching for something on online, then there is a market for that. What we do is we look at the number of shops selling that material. For example, if there are 10 momo shops in that area, That means people are asking for momos, or say malai chap, say dal makhani, whatever is that basic. This is how our elders used to do it, because earlier there was no data for anything. You just look at a shop, look at a location, see how many footfalls you're getting, which type of footfall, office crowd or party crowd, or say bachelor crowd. You just need to track the footfalls, which type of footfall is coming, and which type of product you think will fit in the market. This is a first approach. Second, now you have data with online companies, great data. Even they publish their reports on their websites that how many biryanis are ordered, how many dal makhnis are ordered. So you can check from them also that this is the highest selling thing in this area, and I want to build a business in that. It is a very good thing which helps a lot in setting up a business. And majorly, you need to understand the rentals game also in that area. So, for example, if you say a market in GK, say Khan Market, you'll see people popping up from everywhere, people spending money, but the rental will not make sense. So basically, the understanding is ki I need to keep my rental cost less than 10% of my sales. So if rental is 1 lakh, I need to make 10 lakhs of sales to make money. People take 15% also, but I'm taking on a lower side because मार्जिन ऑफ एरर होना चाहिए. ठीक है, 15 का 20 हो गया तो हाँ बिल्कुल ही पैसा नहीं बना पाओगे. तो इफ 10 का 15 हो गया तो फिर भी थोड़ा पैसा बन जाएगा. तो ये आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि कितना एक रेस्टोरेंट जो आपका कॉम्पिटिटर है उसकी कितनी पर्ची कट रही है. सो हाउ मेनी पीपल आर स्पेंडिंग देयर, व्हाट इज द एवरेज ऑर्डर साइज. You need to be in the market, track, sit for 2 hours, 3 hours, take a stroll, eat ice cream, anything. Just observe. That is the best way you can track any market in any NCR part or any part of India.
Yeah. No, I remember we were diligencing this juice brand in Bangalore once. So
Alien kind.
what my friend did was he was placing an order when they opened up and then placing an order right when they shut to see kitni receipts nikli hai aaj ki.
ये
And
कौन
just by like hanging around the store, you can kind of see, अच्छा ये बंदा एक जूस ऑर्डर कर रहा है, ये बंदा दो जूस ऑर्डर कर रहा है, and like spending 2-3 hours there, you can kind of get a good sense कि मतलब order
कितना.
value क्या रहेगी roughly.
हाँ, तो अब इसमें क्या होता है कि लॉट ऑफ पॉस सिस्टम्स
Yeah,
रन ऑन दिस मॉडल कि सुबह का
yeah,
नंबर 1 पर्ची कटा एंड लास्ट का से 100, तो एवरेज 100 का हो गया. बट सम रन ऑन डिफरेंट मॉडल आल्सो, बट यू विल
okay.
गेट अ अप्रोक्सीमेट आइडिया
हाँ,
कि इतना हो रहा है. एंड देयर इज आल्सो वन थिंग व्हिच यू कैन डू, आई डोंट नो, थोड़ा ट्रिकी है. राइडर्स से भी पूछ सकते हो.
yeah.
सिट विद राइडर्स कि भाई कौन से आउटलेट्स के ऑर्डर अच्छे चल रहे हैं आजकल. तो वो दे नो एवरीथिंग, बेसिकली दे टिप ऑफ कि भाई मैं इस आउटलेट्स तो 5 बार ऑर्डर उठा चुका
Uh,
हूँ. तो देन यू कैन ट्रैक द मार्केट कि ठीक है दिस आउटलेट इज डूइंग गुड एंड पैकिंग इतना चल रहा है. एंड फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू सी अ मेन्यू, द थंब रूल इज ऑन एन एवरेज पीपल ऑर्डर 2.5 आइटम्स ऑन एन एवरेज. तो अगर एक मेन्यू में आइटम 200 रुपए का है तो आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट 400 रुपीज इज द एवरेज बिलिंग फॉर दैट रेस्टोरेंट. इट मे बी लेस ऑन अ वीकडे, say Monday, Tuesday, but it may be 600 to 700 on a weekend. So the average comes out 2 to 2.2 आ जाता है इतना. That is something tricky in Indian because you order breads. Breads are lower priced, but biryani brand or burger brand और इसमें easy हो जाता निकालना.
You just said that there are online, this data is also available. कौन सी website, like what kind of tools do these?
Use matter to publish the data. City
What,
by
really?
city publish. हाँ जी हाँ जी.
yeah.
They have
But
a
there's also like I don't remember. There's the company in the US called Placer.ai that gives you like pin code wise kitna footfall rehta hai. They have like SDKs in the phone OEMs, so they have this kind of data. There's a couple of companies in India too. I forget the name because we have this company that used to do help brands sell to kirana stores and get placed into offline retail. एंड उनके पास ये डेटा रहता था कि अच्छा इस पिन कोड में इतने लोग आते हैं, इतने एज ग्रुप के लोग आते हैं, इस पिन कोड में शायद कॉलेज क्राउड आता है, इस पिन कोड में फैमिलीज आती है. So there's companies around this that can get you that data in
मैं
India now.
मतलब as a startup person, if I tell you,
हाँ,
as Anmol is saying, the established companies do this. They have
yeah,
money, they know companies, and they can pump in money to get the data. But a
yeah,
startup person cannot do that.
yeah.
Best is you go
जाके
to
देखो.
listed companies. उनको rentals का भी idea होता है, and they also have a ballpark figure idea that how much a brand is doing at that location. अच्छी रियल एस्टेट कंपनी कोई भी होगी, ब्रोकरेज वाली, दे विल नो देयर नंबर्स। एंड इवन इफ यू आर अ स्मॉल ब्रांड, स्मॉल स्टार्टअप, या एक इंडिविजुअल लड़का है कि 25 साल का लड़का है, बिजनेस सेटअप करना है, गो टू लोकल रियल एस्टेट ब्रोकर्स। 1 घंटा 2 घंटा बैठो, बहुत इंफॉर्मेशन निकल के आती है। 10 बंदों से मिलोगे, यू विल गेट एन आइडिया कि ठीक है यार, दिस इज डूइंग गुड, एंड देन यूज योर ओन माइंड ऑल्सो, डू द मार्केट रिसर्च, go to a shop in lean hours, in busy hours, in weekdays, weekends, 15-20 days, and it is enough for you. Just go diligently, look at the crowd, look at the type of customers they are serving, the type of food people are ordering. You will see that their tables, कि इस पे ये खाना चल रहा है, इस पे ये खाना चल रहा है, समझ आ जाएगा आपको। मतलब if you are interested in opening a business, what people do is people just imagine कि एक शॉप देखी, इसकी तो बहुत सेल है, यानी कि सभी की बहुत सेल है, which is not the case. You need to take average of the market. If there are 50 shops in the market, at least 20 should be making money.
Yeah.
अगर एक दो की सेल हो रही है, then the market is like खान market, मतलब सिर्फ ब्रांडिंग के लिए मार्केट है वो, तो वो आपके मतलब की नहीं है।
Yeah.
Why is
No, but
Khan
I think
market
this
so?
is
Why is Khan
what.
market so इतना बुरा क्यों है?
नहीं
Well,
बुरा
I
है।
think Khan Market is actually not that bad. What I've also come to realize about Khan Market is there's a couple of stores there where they are able to run because the families have owned that plot and that store for generations. So there's this really popular bookstore on Twitter, Fakir Chand, तुमने देखा होगा.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like it's not like a very hoity-toity brand जैसे खान मार्केट में ओगान वोगान निकोबार विकोबार है,
हम्म,
but the family has owned that plot for generations since partition, and that's why they're able to make the numbers work.
बिल्कुल ये बात है कि पीपल डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड कि अगर रियल एस्टेट मेरी ओन्ड है ना, तो मुझे टेंशन ही नहीं है। मतलब किसी महीने पैसा नहीं भी बना रेंटल का भी, तो एटलीस्ट रेंटल जितना पैसा बन गया, देन आई एम एबल टू मेक माय फैमिली हैप्पी। वहाँ प्रॉब्लम है, बिकॉज यू आर टेकिंग अ प्लेस ऑन रेंट, यू नीड टू डू इंटीरियर्स, यू नीड टू पुट अप लीज कॉस्ट, you need to pay salaries and all, then the figure changes. So if for example my say 15% is the rental cost, तो आई एम सेविंग 15% ऑफ माई रेंटल कॉस्ट, अगर वो मुझे 15% भी बच रहा है ना, तो दैट इज हेल्दी मार्जिन। 10 लाख का 15% बचा, तो 1.5 लाख रुपए मैं कमा रहा हूँ। अगर मेरा रेंट नहीं है तो 1.5 लाख तो आ ही रहा है जेब में।
Oh, okay. You're saying
तो
margin
वो
इतना रहता
फर्क,
है कि रेंट
हाँ।
निकल जाता
बट वो यही, तो हम क्या करते हैं कि हम थोड़ा सा ये भी स्टडी करते हैं कि एक मार्केट में हाउ मेनी शॉप्स आर सेल्फ ओन्ड। ये भी एक रहता है, विच अनमोल पॉइंटेड आउट वेरी वेल, कि
Yeah.
आप थोड़ा जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल एरिया इंदिरापुरम इन एनसीआर, ठीक है, इट्स नेक्स्ट टू नोएडा। वहां पे एक मार्केट है, विंडसर मार्केट, दैट इज द हाईएस्ट फुटफॉल मार्केट इन द एरिया, एंड इट हैज बीन द सेम फॉर द पास्ट 15 years। मतलब आपको क्राउड मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, बट द टर्नओवर रेट ऑफ शॉप्स इज सो हाई, ओनली 5 to 7 brands make money, and they make insane amounts of money because they are old, they know how to run the business, किस तरह से शॉप बनानी है, what are the issues of the market, how to make your kitchen plans, how to do the sitting plans. So you need to understand, do a proper recce कि भाई यहाँ पे क्या चलता है, किस टाइप का फूड चल रहा है। So for example, a lot of people do this mistake is, for example, say open a Mexican outlet in a proper hardcore biryani market, that will not work। वहां पे वैसे क्राउड ही नहीं आ रहा है ना।
है. But people also say that you have to differentiate, you have to stand out. How is that not true?
Honestly, that my experience has been opposite. If you want to
Okay.
stand out, so you can open a dessert brand, for example। ठीक है, कि आपने आइसक्रीम शॉप खोल लिया, एंड पीपल, ऑल द पीपल हु आर ईटिंग फूड, दे हैव योर ऑप्शन ऑफ हैविंग आइसक्रीम्स और डेजर्ट्स और चूरोस और crepes, whatever you want to sell। बट फूड के लिए, when I'm competing with other brands, it is not necessary to create a different product, which a lot of MBAs or people like me who used to do this mistake। I started with my business with pizzerias कि मैं कुछ अलग करूंगा, ठीक है, कि नहीं नहीं सब तो दाल मखनी बेच रहे हैं, मैं कुछ करूंगा। I was mildly successful, but after a lot of struggle, I did not know the price points. The biggest mistake we do is कि we think कि if we are not able, we see from our perspective कि मैं कितना पे कर सकता हूँ खाने के लिए। That is the biggest mistake. You need to understand how much people can pay in that market. अब people used to come to my shop कि डोमिनोज पे तो 100 रुपए का पिज्जा मिलता है, तो आई यूज टू गेट टेरिफाइड कि यार नहीं नहीं यार, मेरा 250 का तो बहुत महंगा लग रहा है, लेट्स कीप इट 199 189। That was a mistake. I was giving experience, I was serving thin crust pizzas, wood fired pizzas nobody had in the market, I was the monopoly, but I did not understand the business। तो मैं अगर 280 का भी सेल करता वो बिकता। I just had to keep the good interiors, good pizza food, good pastas, good cutlery, people would have paid me 300 also। जरूरी नहीं है कि अब जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल यू से जो वो स्ट्रीट है हमारी हाईवे वाली जहाँ हमारा खड़ा सिंह ढाबा है, यू टेल मी व्हाट आर द ब्रांड्स देयर? खड़ा सिंह ढाबा, ओल्ड राव ढाबा,
Order of
हल्दीराम,
Haldiram.
हाईवे किंग, टोकस, all serving same thing. Why is there not any Mexican brand or a pizza brand? There
I
is
Yeah.
think, yeah.
coffee shop, NBC coffee shop. There is there. That is coffee. तो फूड के साथ कॉफी चल रही है। क्राउड जिस टाइप का आ रहा है, आपको वैसा फूड सेल करना है, वो आपको समझना है। जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको डिफरेंशिएट करने के चक्कर में यू कीप ऑन ओपनिंग से सुशीज। इट विल वर्क, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड वेयर विच इज द मार्केट दैट विल वर्क। ये नहीं कह रहा कि चलता नहीं है, बट उस वाले लोकेशन में मत खोलो। आई एम जस्ट सेइंग।
Be selling sushi at the highway stop might not work, but everyone's having aloo parante at the dhaba on the way to Jaipur or something.
Yeah. Chole bhature or something.
Yeah.
फैमिली। और यहाँ पे वेजिटेरियन का बहुत कल्चर है। यू
Uh,
इफ यू ऑब्जर्व मेजोरिटी ऑफ दिल्ली एनसीआर और से नॉर्थ ऑफ बेल्ट ढाबाज आर प्योर वेजिटेरियन।
yeah. You say one thing in your Twitter, I feel like that I've seen a lot is that failed restaurateur, successful franchisor. So what has been like your like what was your journey from अच्छा आपने बोला अच्छा MBA करके you're like मैं कुछ different करूँगा and then how did the journey happen to you self correcting into being like अच्छा अब हम दाल मखनी ही बेचेंगे?
After my MBA, I started this F&B brand pizzeria, Haristo
Yes.
Pizzeria, because मैं थोड़ा मतलब मेरा ड्यूरिंग माय एमबीए जर्मनी में 3 महीने रहा था, वहाँ पे एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम था, तो फूड मस्त लगा था, बढ़िया था। सो देन आई केम कि पापा नहीं करना है, सो आई हैड अ गुड फैमिली बैकग्राउंड, तो दे लेट मी एक्सपेरिमेंटेड विद एवरीथिंग। आई हैड एन ऑफर फ्रॉम आईसीआईसीआई, पीपीओ था, बट पीपीओ छोड़ के आई स्टार्टेड दिस बिजनेस कि चलो, आई वाज वेरी यंग, 24 ओनली, तो आई हैड एज, आई हैड फादर्स मनी इफ यू कैन से। So then I started one pitch area. It took me 7 to 9 months for breaking even on operational costs. Then after 1.5 years, I did one more pitch area, and during that time, I did one franchise also. One of my customers really liked my food, and he owned a piece of land in Ghaziabad. RDC Ghaziabad is it's a prime area of Ghaziabad. So he opened there with my brand name, and we did decently well, 3 outlets, but it was not able to expand. We were stuck at a saturation level कि मतलब मेरा sales was 12 to 15 lakhs per month max. It was not breaking that figure. Even one of my outlets did 10 lakhs. But during that period of time, I was one of the few brands who did very good on Swiggy Zomato. So my education helped in that. A lot of people did not understand how online delivery worked. Zomato used to sell banner ads for only 6,000 per month. You take 6,000 per month ad, unlimited orders. Now this is cost per click. Now this is this that. You need to understand M2O metrics, funnel metrics. Earlier it was just you take a banner ad. Only 2-3 brands are giving money to Swiggy Zomato in that area. You can get orders. So I was one of the few brands in. I was there in Indrapuram market. So people used to come to my shop to see how I'm getting online orders, and I was just running one ad. So वो देखा, then it started booming. A lot of brands coming in. Indian food का बहुत delivery होने लगी. So I used to observe riders also. They used to keep their multiple orders. One majority of orders were Indian food. So I thought कि यार Indian food सही बिक रहा है, मतलब मेरा पिज्जेरिया ठीक है, बट मतलब नॉर्मल लोकेशन में भी इंडियन फूड सही बिक जा रहा है। सो माय आई डिस्कस दिस विद माय वन ऑफ माय पार्टनर्स हु लेटर बिकम माय पार्टनर। तो उन्होंने कहा चलो ठीक है। सो ऑलरेडी ही वाज रनिंग अ शॉप, एफ&बी शॉप, इंडियन फूड का ही, बट ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर्स कुछ नहीं थे। इट वाज अ सिंपल रिटेल मॉडल एंड सेल्स वर लो। सो ही वांटेड टू एक्सपेरिमेंट ऑनलाइन। आई हैड नॉलेज ऑफ ऑनलाइन बिजनेस, सो वी रीनेम। अर्लियर द शॉप नेम वाज रौनक चिकन पॉइंट, नॉर्मल एक जैसे दिल्ली में ढाबा होता है। वी रीनेम्ड इट टू खड़ा सिंह ढाबा। सेम शॉप, नथिंग एल्स। Orders started coming in. Same food, same shop, same chefs. Then we did online marketing. 3 to 4 months में we did 4 to 5 lakhs of month per month business पे हम आ गए थे. Earlier it was zero. We started from zero. Then Zomato came in and told us कि Swiggy was onboarding the brands at a very low commission model. Zomato came in. They said you're doing good business with us. Be exclusive with us. We will give you 10 lakhs per month sales guaranteed. So एनुअल 1 CR का टारगेट था कि 8.5 lakhs पर मंथ का सेल्स आपको हम दे देंगे, जैसे भी दें, जैसे मर्जी ऐड चलाएं, विल गिव यू सेल्स
Minimum guarantee.
गारंटी।
This was kind of like in 2016
17, 2018,
to 19 when like everyone was like the golden rush of raising and onboarding brands.
तो आई वाज लाइक यार सही है, मेरी शॉप पे प्रॉफिट भी आ जाएगा, मतलब 1-1.5 लाख महीना मैं कमा लूंगा, बाकी बात की बाद में देख लेंगे. तो then I signed up with Zomato, 1 year exclusive. We did 1.4 CRs in that year. So I was like, great. Then I signed up with Swiggy again after 1 year. तो वो फिर धीरे धीरे then we thought कि यार this is a good business, let's franchise this and leave Haristo. So then one of my partners came in. We started Meta ads. थोड़ा बहुत पता था कि लोग इंस्टाग्राम पे फेसबुक पे अच्छा माल बेच दे रहे हैं, लेट्स ट्राई फेसबुक एड्स. तो फेसबुक एड ट्राई करा, अप्रोक्सीमेटली 100 लीड्स आई, उसमें से एक दो कन्वर्ट हो गई. तो मैंने कहा ये तो बहुत ही सही है. मेरा टोटल 10,000 रुपये लगा at that point of time, and I sold 2 franchise. That's a great business. It took me 3-4 months, 5 months I think, but I was very वो कि, और also we used to go to prospective franchises also, to their homes, to their offices, to convince that it is a good business. And major break came in the COVID, because people left their jobs, left their businesses flipped, jobs flipped, and F&B was the only business which was running. तो लोगों को लगा कि यार ये तो बहुत ही बढ़िया बिजनेस है, लोग मर रहे हैं तब भी खाना खा रहे हैं, तो लेट्स ओपन दिस बिजनेस. वी हैड अ गाला टाइम इन दैट, और उस समय मेरी 5-7 फ्रेंचाइज साइंड अप हुई. तो आफ्टर 2021 फिर जब अच्छी अच्छी लोकेशन पे खुलना शुरू हुआ, एंड ऑल्सो प्राइम लोकेशंस वर वेकेंट एट दैट पॉइंट, सो वी टुक अ रिस्क कि नहीं यार ये लोकेशन पे तो पहले बहुत सेल होती थी, अभी क्राउड नहीं है, आफ्टर 3-4 मंथ्स आ जाएगा जब रिस्ट्रिक्शन हटेंगी. तो वो बेट हमारी चल गई. तो इट वाज ऑल कोइंसिडेंटल, मतलब कुछ प्लान नहीं किया था. बट नाउ व्हेन वी मूव्ड टू 10, 15, 20 आउटलेट, वी स्टार्टेड प्लानिंग कि नहीं यार अब इस सिटी में ऐड चलाते हैं, यहाँ पे पता लगा ये अच्छी सेल्स है, तो थोड़ा ऑनलाइन से फिर किसी के रेफरेंस से. नाउ वी हैव सम कंसल्टेंट्स आल्सो who keep on telling of ki sir this brand is doing good there, this is a complementary brand, you can also get sales. For example, if a biryani brand is doing good in say East Delhi, तो यू नो कि बिरयानी बिक रही है तो दाल मखनी भी बिकेगा साथ में, बिकॉज सिमिलर प्रोडक्ट प्रोफाइल है. तो वो आपको फिगर आउट करना है अपने उससे. एंड देन थोड़ा थोड़ा नॉलेज फिर रियल एस्टेट का होने लगा कि हाउ टू चूज अ शॉप, हाउ टू मेक अ किचन. हमें लगता था कि यार यहाँ पे तो किचन बन नहीं सकता. देन वी सॉ वन ब्रांड विच मेड किचन इन दैट शॉप ओनली एंड डूइंग गुड नंबर्स. फिर हमने स्टडी किया कि यार इसने कैसे बनाया. तो वो धीरे 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 लर्निंग का बढ़ता गया. एंड देन वी वर एबल टू मेक फॉर्मेट्स. और मेन मजा आया हाईवे ढाबा करके कि यार हाईवे पे भी माल बिकता है. तो तब फिर लगा कि नहीं, नाउ वी कैन मेक अ प्रॉपर कंपनी एंड डू एवरीथिंग.
Interesting. So I thought like you knew that the highway dhaba was a thing, and then you started there rather than. I think अभी तो ऐसा सुन के ऐसा लग रहा है कि you sort of walked into it.
आई ऑनेस्टली वी वर्कड इनटू इट. हमें कुछ आइडिया नहीं था कि इतनी सेल्स हो जाती हैं, क्या हो जाता है, कुछ आइडिया नहीं था, जीरो आइडिया. बट वी हैड अ ब्रांड, पीपल लव्ड आवर फूड, एंड वन ऑफ आवर कस्टमर्स ओनली ओपन वन इन वांटेड टू ओपन वन इन अयोध्या. ही वेंट टू हैव अ मीटिंग विद KFC, Domino's, एवरीथिंग. ही वाज रेडी टू पुट अप कैपिटल. फिर वी हैड अ मीटिंग विद अस. हमें तो ये भी पता नहीं था कि फीस क्या मांगनी है ऑनेस्टली, कि यार हाईवे का मतलब ठीक है अच्छा होगा कुछ भी बोल देते हैं. हमने एक कोट करा फिगर, अपने करंट फीस से 1 लाख रुपीज ऊपर मांग लिया. कहते सर स्कैन कोड दो, पेमेंट करनी. मैंने कहा यार ये तो बहुत बढ़िया. तो एट दैट पॉइंट ही गिव अस एडवांस एंड कहता कि सर बाकी सब मैं फिगर कर लूंगा, यू जस्ट टेक केयर ऑफ द फूड, आई विल डू एवरीथिंग, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, मेकिंग, एवरीथिंग, ये किचन एंड फूड आप संभाल लेना बस. मैंने कहा डन. सो वो करते करते फिर समझ आ गई कि ठीक है ऐसे करना है, ऐसे करना है, ऐसे वी डू नीड टू डू. मार्केटिंग की देखो नॉलेज थी कि यार मार्केट कैसे करना है प्रोडक्ट को, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड देखो ऑनेस्टली ना, आई हैव सीन इन बिजनेस ऑल्सो, majority people do not know what to do, they just keep on figuring out. आप कोई ब्रांड उठा के देख लो, हमारे साथ साथ काफी नो फ्रेंचाइजिंग करी है. a lot of people from East Delhi have done made franchise. वीर जी मलाई चाप यू हैव हर्ड, फ्रेंचाइज ब्रांड बना दिया. बिल्कुल नॉलेज नहीं है, हमारे जैसे ही हैं सब, फिगर आउट कर करके कि यार ये कैसे बिक रहा है, अच्छा एड्स कैसे चलती हैं, ठीक है लेट्स फिगर आउट, किसी से पूछा. तो धीरे 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 देन यू मेक योर बिजनेस.
Can you like quickly give us like a rundown of an average franchisee? Like what is the unit economics there? Like if I were to start this thing. And secondly, do you think somebody who is doing it like with their job, is it something that people can do on their side, or is it something that requires them to be full time?
So answering your second part, I think personally F&B is a proper full-time business. it is not advisable with the job, but there are formats, for example, say waffle format, coffee format, which you can do with your job. But my recommendation is still do full time. Then you are well versed with the business. Then you can do multiple jobs. So there are franchises of me who have they do freelancing also, work from home also, and they manage our business also. Then you can figure out. But first 6 months, I think you should give 100%. And if you have partners, then it is okay. The one partner is working, one is doing everything.
Basically, someone needs to be full time.
Yeah. मतलब क्योंकि फिजिकल बिजनेस है ना, इट इज यू नीड टू गो टू शॉप, यू नीड टू सी शेफ्स, यू नीड टू सी ऑर्डर्स, सो इट टेक्स अ टोल ऑन मेंटल हेल्थ आल्सो, कि आप दिन में काम कर रहे हो, रात में फूड शॉप पे जा रहे हो, मतलब वो लगता है ऑन पेपर पॉसिबल है कि मैं 6 बजे स्टॉप से निकलूंगा, 8 बजे शॉप पे चला जाऊंगा, बट जब वो एक हफ्ता भी करते हो ना, तो देन यू आर टायर्ड कि यार मेंटली स्ट्रेस हो गया कि अब क्या हो रहा है, नहीं हो रहा मैनेज. Second is, so we have three models right now. One is retail shop model, and it's a takeaway model where you open a shop and you have some outside seating, or say you have some parking where cars can line up and you serve food in cars and online delivery orders also. That is one format. Second is dine-in model where you have indoor seating, for example, say 40, 50, 60 packs. As I told you, we are opening in Bangalore. We are in that model only, dine-in model. So, and the third model is highway dhaba model, which you open a proper highway dhaba where only cars and travelers will come. That, and there you don't have to care about online sales because everything is retail sale. So the first model, takeaway model, the average investment is like 25 to 30 lakh rupees of setting up the shop end to end, from our fees, infrastructure, shop, everything, facades and all. And for an average, the ROI of so second model, the investment is from 40 to 80 lakh rupees. Dining model, it depends on the square feet area you're opening. If you're opening say 800, 1,000, 1,500, the investment will change because interiors and all you have to do. And the hybrid Hava model, that is upwards of 1 CR because it is a capex heavy model. It may run up to 3 4 CRs depending on how much experience you want to give to customers. Like garden banana hai, zoo banana hai, because people come for experience also on hybrid Habas. And
Zoo कौन बना रहा
हाँ, वहाँ पे
है?
चीतल चीतल ढाबा है, मिनी जू बना देते हैं कि थोड़ा सा बच्चे
Are
घूम
you
जाए.
like you've not gone to like these petting zoos on the highway?
No, not at all.
I feel like I've definitely gone like Delhi, like Jaipur or Delhi, Jaipur to Delhi or Delhi or the other way around. I've definitely been to like
there
there's
are
what do you call it, like lambs or
हाँ,
petting zoo type होता है.
बिल्कुल छोटा
Interesting.
सा ऐसे 5-7
हाँ
एनिमल्स बना
हाँ
दिए,
हाँ.
प्ले एरिया बना दिया, तो किड्स एंजॉय दैट अ लॉट. तो वहां पे क्या है कि फिर बच्चे बोलते हैं पापा यही गाड़ी रोकनी है, तो वो एक डिफरेंशिएटर हो जाता है आपका. So from 25 30 lakhs to 2 to 3 CR depending on the model, and the ROI is approximately 20 months on an average. So ROI is basically how much time you'll take to get back the money you invested. तो एक टेक अवे मॉडल में ऑन एन एवरेज मंथली प्रॉफिट इज 1 to 1.5 लाख रुपीज. डाइनिंग मॉडल में वो जाएगा आपका 2-3 लाख रुपीज. एंड हाईवे मॉडल इट मे गो टू 10-15 lakhs 20 lakhs depending on your sales.
And you're talking about
Average
net.
net, this is net, all net. This is average. The ROI may shift to 36 months also. If you are making say 70-80,000 per month, तो वो थोड़ा ROI time बढ़ जाता है. And there are a lot of times where the ROI has been only 12 months. Only 12 months. Like 25 लाख इन्वेस्ट किया तो 2-3 लाख पर मंथ आना शुरू हो गया second third months onwards. So but this is not the industry standard. So I always tell prospective franchise or anybody who wants to open a business, don't see these examples. Take average example. मेरी बात नहीं कर रहा, आपको अपना भी खोलना है, किसी और की फ्रेंचाइज भी लेनी है, सबवे मैगडी किसी का भी कुछ करना है. There will be locations who will break even in 8 months, but there can be locations who do break even in 36 or 40 months. So वो हो गया. एवरेज जो आपका प्रॉफिट रहता है दैट इज इन टेक अवे एंड डाइनिंग मॉडल 15-20% रहता है नेट सेल्स का. तो इफ यू आर डूइंग से 15 lakhs ऑफ सेल, तो 2 to 3 lakh rupees प्रॉफिट यू कैन मेक. Again, this will depend on the split of online versus retail sales. If your retail component is higher, the profit will be higher. If your online component is higher, the profit will be lower because you need to pay commissions and ads. On Dhaba model, the profitability is goes to 30-35% also because the costs are fixed. Rental fixed है, salary fixed है. If the volume target, so there are dhabas who do 5 CR, 10 CR of per month sales. 1 CR तो बहुत dhabas कर रहे हैं. They are easily netting 30-40 lakh rupees per month. But average dhabas जो हैं, they do 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 30 lakhs per month sales and still they make decent money.
Damn, dude. I had no idea ढाबा इतना पैसा बनाता है. Like,
आपको भी नहीं
Well,
पता?
I would assume like dhaba outlet like kind of format may your salaries might also be slightly lower.
मतलब सैलरी लोअर नहीं रहता है, इसका रीजन है बिकॉज यू नीड टू गिव अकोमोडेशन टू द
Acha,
स्टाफ.
okay. Got it.
अकोमोडेशन
Okay.
ईट्स
Okay.
अ लॉट ऑफ मनी बिकॉज वहां पे कुछ है नहीं आसपास, तो आपको
हाँ,
वहीं पे
हाँ,
कर
fair.
लेके देना. तो फूडिंग लॉजिंग एवरीथिंग इज टेकन केयर बाय द ओनर.
Yeah,
तो
okay,
वहां पे
fair.
कॉस्ट.
Got it.
बट यस,
so,
यू से लोकल ढाबाज तो दे एम्प्लॉय लोकल पीपल. लोकल
हाँ,
पीपल की सैलरी इज 30 to 40% less compared to a person who is going from Uttarakhand or Delhi to work somewhere. They'll charge
and
more.
why is this so high in like dhabas? Like, what is okay?
but
Like,
there's no online order, so
हाँ.
it's like if you're going from like 50-50 to like 100-0, that extra 20% you're paying to Zomato on every
but
single
then
order.
you're also not
Yes.
getting the same number of people, right? Like, मतलब online में,
No,
then
I
you also
would
get
I would assume that they probably like you're on highways where the traffic is so high and there's only very few options, so that when
Hmm.
you see something you recognize, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna eat here because I know the quality of food is good. Like I don't want to like risk like when I've had friends visiting from outside India and we're doing a road trip, they're going to be way more comfortable stopping at a McDonald's or a place that they've seen rather than a place they've never heard about. कि अच्छा मेरा पेट खराब हो जाएगा नहीं खराब हो जाएगा. So if you're seeing a Khadak Singh ka the dhaba, you're probably like, अच्छा okay, I'm gonna get a good meal. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm not gonna risk the rest of my trip by stopping here.
तो यहीं पे द रोल ऑफ एंकर ब्रांड्स कम इन. यू एज आई मेंशन एनी प्रॉपर्टी दे फर्स्ट गेट एंकर ब्रांड्स कि जिनका नाम सोच के ना बंदा रुक लेगा, गाड़ी रोक लेगा कि मैकडी हो गया, डोमिनोज हो गया, बरिस्ता. बरिस्ता आप देखोगे, इट इज नॉट अ हिट इन सिटीज, बट बरिस्ता शॉप्स यू विल सी अ लॉट इन हाईवेज. People are not drinking barista coffees in cities. They are drinking third wave and everything. But you see any Punjab highway, Ludhiana, Delhi, barista is open and people are paying 300, 400 for a coffee because you don't have any option. So barista is a standard. Baskin Robbins, classic example. Nobody is eating in cities कि मेरे को बास्किन रॉबिन्स खाने जाना है, बच्चा कोई नहीं कह रहा है. बट व्हेन यू सी ऑन हाईवे ढाबा, बास्किन रॉबिन्स इज देयर एंड यू हैव टू ईट. द मार्जिन वाला जो आपने पूछा था ना, तो क्या होता है कि ऑन एन एवरेज फूड कॉस्ट is approximately 35% of your sales on an average in the F&B business. Higher end पे जाओगे तो 40%, that is max. Salaries, rents, electricity, that is all fixed कि आपकी for example से 5 lakhs का cost है, rent, salary, electricity सब मिला के. If you do 20 lakh sales तो 5 lakh fixed है. Food cost मान, if you say 40% तो 8 lakh food cost हो गया, rest profit. If you go to 40 lakh sales तो जो 5 लाख का फिक्स कॉस्ट है, इट में गो टू मैक्सिमम 6 लाख की, थोड़ा सा सैलरी स्टाफ बढ़ाना पड़ गया, बट उससे ज्यादा कॉस्ट नहीं बढ़ता है क्योंकि रेंट तो सेम रहना है, मेंटेनेंस सेम रहना है, फूड कॉस्ट परसेंटेज वाइज सेम है. बट इशू क्या आता है, व्हेन स्विगी जोमेटो कम्स इन, दे चार्ज यू ऑन सेल्स. तो जितना एडिशनल सेल्स बढ़ेगा दे विल चार्ज द सेम कमीशन. सो योर नेट मार्जिन डज नॉट एक्सप्लोड, इट स्टेज इन द सेम रेंज. द अमाउंट विल चेंज बट नॉट परसेंटेज. It will change in retail only.
interesting. All right, Kawal, thank you so much for coming on the podcast and giving us so much time and answering all these stupid questions.
Good
What
questions.
what would you like the people to do? Most of them are in Bangalore, so I hear you have something new in Bangalore.
Yeah, so as you said rightly, we are opening next month in Bangalore, HSR 26th, 27th. So we are proper opening a dining model where you can come and enjoy with your family, friends, everything, and will be available on Swiggy Zomato also. You can order online also. For the people who are watching us or who wants to set up a business, I'll say this is a good business, but understand the economics well. Do not get floored seeing online or anything. Just understand the economics, understand real estate. If you want to learn food business, you need to understand real estate and kitchen planning, how you want to make your kitchens, because efficiency is everything. You are paying cost on per square feet. So you need to maximize the revenue you can get per square feet. That is the only thing you need to understand. And you need to understand the food habits of local people. क्या बिक रहा है मार्केट में. You, एक और चीज है, if you go on Swiggy Zomato, you will see outlets. One more thing you can do is you can check the number of ratings. This is a good example of people ordering from where people are ordering. If you have say 10,000 ratings, you are a good brand. If you say you are a 500 ratings, means people are ordering less from you. Also, it depends how much time back you opened the outlet. So if I'm a 2 year old brand, तो you need to compare कि 2 year old brands कितने हैं मार्केट में, उनकी क्या रेटिंग्स चल रही है. तो you need to understand the market, do this business, understand the economics. People think that is a 50% margin business. It is not. It is clearly not. It is a 15-20% margin business, and you need to be on your toes every time. But this is a good business. Go ahead. You want to open your own, very good. You want to take help from a consultant, very good. You want to open a franchise, great. But do your own research before putting your money anywhere.
All right. On that note, just comment khadak in the comment bar. Like the video, subscribe, share, and thank you so much, Kawal, for joining
Thank
Thank
you.
in.
you. And go check out the restaurant opening in Bangalore once they open in HSR.
Yeah,
I assume
and
most of our Bangalore listeners are probably in HSR only.
yeah.
Great, great.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for giving me time. Enjoyed a lot. And see you in our opening. We'll invite you also, people.
Sure.
Everyone. We'll send invites to everyone. And you all have to come with your families and enjoy the food.
Sure.
Done.
Done. Done.
Bye bye.
Bye.